Greetings, guys. My favorite hockey junkies. Welcome back to another video, and we're here with a pretty interesting topic. What if during next season, when they expand to 8 teams, what if they have an expansion draft? Now, here's what I think. I think it would work out, but the hardest part is deciding how many teams, or not how many teams, how many players are going to be protected, how many players are going to be actually able to be taken. There's going to be a lot of people who have to vote on how that kind of stuff can work. But it makes sense considering last season the draft was only 7 rounds. You can't build a team only off 7 people, so you gotta have an expand. There's no guarantee that they'll be able to sign an extra 21 players. Or not 21, but an extra 14, extra 15, It works kind of like that. But the question is, how many rounds would each team be able to pick? And I think the answer is probably going to be around 7. I think each team will be able to pick 7 players from each team. That's going to be, maybe 6. It's probably going to be around 6, 5 or 6. And then, how many players would each team be able to protect? That's going to be another big one. I'd probably say that's going to be around 6 each. That's going to be the hard one for each team too, who to protect, who to keep. There's only been 1 season so far, so you don't really know who's going to be those key players to keep. And it's going to be a mixed one for coaches, because what if they don't register themselves as actual long-term players in this upcoming season too? Some players take a long time to develop. And I'm sure there's going to be at least a couple steals that happen in an expansion draft if it does happen. Now, could the salary cap get affected by this? Absolutely. It absolutely would, no question about it. The salary cap right now is $1,265,000. Now times 6, that is $7,590,000. Now, that number quite doesn't get affected each year like the minimum salary does by 3%, but for sakes, let's just say it was. Now, if that number did go up by 3%, it would be, instead of $1,265,000, it would be $1,302,950. Now times 8, that would be $10,423,600. So that would definitely move up the cap quite a bit. And by then, I expect the minimum salary to be at least, times 3%? That would probably be about 36,000, 36,500. It's not going to be much that it goes up by, but, that's around 3%. I also, one thing I'm expecting about this, I don't expect to happen in the draft, but probably a signing for one of the expansion teams. Jenny Hirakowski, is she ever even going to come play in the PWHL? She's probably the best defenseman currently playing in the world, playing in the SDHL. That's just if you ask me, but, I'd love to see her come play. She's an absolutely amazing defenseman. Just seeing her play with the upcoming potential number 1 overall draft pick, Vivi Vaineka, seeing those two play together, it's going to be absolutely amazing. All right, guys, I think that's going to be it. I hope you all enjoyed, and you guys take it easy and keep being hockey junkies. You all have a good one, and make sure to leave a like and subscribe.